guys, it's Morgan. So today I am sharing with you my vanilla almond protein granola recipe. This granola is super delicious and super addicting. You should totally try it out. So for my dry ingredients, I am starting off with 1 cup of rolled oats, 3/4 of a cup of puffed kamut, and 3/4 cup of puffed rice. Then you want to add a 1/4 cup of chopped almonds and a 1/4 cup of steel cut oats, and just give that a good mix. And then once that's combined, we're going to move on to our wet ingredients, and you want to make sure you do this in a separate bowl. So I'm starting off with a 1/3 cup of liquid sweetener. I used maple syrup and agave. And then I'm using 1 teaspoon of almond extract and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then you want to give that a good mix before we add in our protein powder. So for the protein powder, I'm using 1 scoop of the Vega brand vanilla protein powder. You could use any brand of vanilla protein powder that you want. Next, I am adding in a 1/4 cup of almond butter. You can use whatever almond butter is your favorite. I used the Barney Butter brand, and I did half creamy, half smooth, so you could totally use any kind of almond butter that you prefer. And to get that really mixed in well, you're gonna have to like mash it kind of. You can't really it takes some effort, so you want to start by mashing it, but you know, just keep trying to get it nice and mixed in there, and eventually you will get a pretty smooth mixture. The only lumps you should have is if you used a chunky almond butter like I did, so the only chunks you should have should be almonds. So next, I am just adding that into my dry ingredients, and at first it's going to seem like you don't have enough wet ingredients for the, it's going to seem like the ratio is off, but I promise it's not. You want to keep mixing. Don't add any more wet ingredients, even if you feel like it's too dry, because I promise you, you just need to keep mixing it. And then once it's mixed for a few minutes, you will see it's like this. Everything is evenly coated and it kind of sticks together. And then once you've reached that consistency, you want to spread it on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. You don't want to make this on like tinfoil or just straight onto your cookie sheet, or else it will stick to it and burn. So yeah, you want to make sure that you line the baking sheet with a silicone baking mat or parchment paper. So yeah, and you want to spread that out in a nice even layer, and we're going to bake this at 375 for 10 minutes, and then after those 10 minutes you're going to mix it around and then bake it for another 5 to 10 minutes depending on how well done you like it. I like mine to be pretty crispy and dark, so I did mine for another whole 10 minutes, but if this looks like it's too dark for your liking, then you'll maybe want to do it for 6 to 8 minutes longer. And then to store it, I just put mine in a mason jar because I thought it looked cute. This will last about 5 days before it starts to get stale, and you don't want to refrigerate this. Make sure you keep it at room temperature. So yeah, I just stored mine in a jar, and it's super good. You can eat it on top of a smoothie bowl. You can just eat it straight from the jar with your hands. You can have it for breakfast as a cereal, which is what I did. I just topped it with strawberries, and then I added some almond milk. This was a super good breakfast. It's very satisfying. So yeah, and it's really crunchy, which I love. It really does make a great breakfast cereal. So yeah, and there you have it, your protein vanilla almond granola. This is super good. I really hope that you guys check it out. And if you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.